Hello. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Julie.
Julie. I'm so sorry.
I have to show you something before we start. Look, do you see the heater? I'm pointing it out. I'm sure everyone's gonna be so mad at me. Do you see the heater right there?
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be there. Isn't it scary?
Scary.
Were you scared?
Okay, this is Joy Wang from Taiwan. We have speed.
Okay.
1 second. Quiet.
Ghosts are real. That much I know. I've seen them all my life.
鬼才导演吉勒摩·戴托罗再次打造华丽视觉影像，《腥红山庄》不是鬼片，而是一个跟鬼有关的爱情故事。
Have you ever have any ghost-related experience before?
You know what? I used to think so when I was a child. I had a couple of experiences. You know, we're living in an old house. I was at a boarding school in England, which had a very old house. But now I think they were figments of my overactive imagination. However, I do think it's more fun to believe in ghosts because I love the Ghostbusters. And if we didn't have ghosts, we wouldn't have Ghostbusters. So there we go.
So are you a fan of ghost movie at all?
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I do like ghost movies, but I don't know that I have a big knowledge of them. So it was kind of an education to be on this film.
Oh my God.
就说恐怖的不只是鬼，为了整部片的诡异氛围，三位主角汤姆·希德斯顿、米娅和杰西卡拍戏时可得绷紧紧，不苟言笑。哇哟，当然不是这样啦。
What's your way to prepare you before shooting some violent or dark scene? Any song particular play in your trailer?
Yeah, actually, I listen to a lot of soundtracks, a lot of movie scores, because I try to put. I think music is the most immediately evocative, emotional art form. I think it can put you in a place, whether it's very propulsive rhythmically or whether it's very it has a very kind of emotional chord structure. So yes, I do. I listen to some film scores, the scores of John Murphy and Stephen Price particularly.
Ooh, so yeah, Graveyard Poetry. I read. I don't want to say the title of the book because it's a spoiler for the film. But I read this psychology book about certain women that express themselves badly, and then I watched 3 films that I thought would be great, really inspirational for me. I watched Whatever Happens, Baby Jane, Rebecca, and Misery, and then I took a lot of piano lessons. So much piano lessons.
So you don't know how to play?
I had never played the piano before this film, and Guillermo told me it was really important. Not only that Lucille played, but he wanted to see me playing the piano, and it was about 4 months of lessons, which I'm very glad I did. At the time I wasn't happy, but now when I see that first shot, when we first see Lucille and it's on the back and it's the Chopin, I'm like, yes, I'm glad I did that.
And your character is very emotional, but you can't have much expressions. And can you talk and laugh with each other between takes?
You know, sometimes, depending on the scene, you can talk and laugh, but other times it was way too tense to be able to do that. You know, some of the action things, there's one section where, you know, someone goes over a balcony, and before we did that scene, it's like, you know, Mia and myself, you know, in a film, sometimes there's like, you just film a little tiny section of a thing. And so we'd be standing there and not almost kind of like right before action, not even really looking at each other, because it's like you don't want to dissipate the energy. So she would look one way and I'd look another, and we're just kind of like, and then they say action, and then we look at each other and then we go. So there was a lot of that, which was tough. You know, I like to, I'm a happy person, and it was just tough to kind of be in that world for 4 months.
Would you be mine?
哎呦， 呢，想必很多人在戏院都大喊选我选我了。别说咱们没警告，因为洛基成为万人迷的小汤汤，这回在片中可是魅力大喷发。其实这都要感谢导演的女儿。
After doing the Pacific Rim, you say your daughter can date Charlie Hainan. How about that?
Yes. Well, both my kids love robots, and they are in love with robots. So I like that because that is, they just love these creatures that don't exist. So as a father, I'm very, very, very happy and very tranquil. But they both are in love with Tom Hiddleston. You know, Tom Hiddleston is not a robot.
Before your film or after?
Both. They find him charming and handsome and delicate and you know, that's why he's so perfect for the movie, because he is all those things and yet he can be also menacing and dark and he brings all these details to the film.
And we know Guillermo tell you some secrets that you can share with anyone on the set. And can you share with us now?
Yeah, actually, I mean, there were some lovely things he said about Thomas Sharp, things that he liked and didn't like. He liked crisp, clean shirts. He likes eggs on toast. He likes the music of Bach. He likes mornings. He likes traveling. He doesn't like shellfish because when he was a child, he was sent away to live with his aunt, who served him these awful dishes of sort of unsalted mussels without any accompaniment. He doesn't like. He prefers sunrise to sunset. It's interesting when someone like Guillermo gives you these biographical details, it tells you a little bit about a character.
The dancing scene is quite romantic, but was it as romantic as we saw while you do all the spinning?
Yeah, that was like 3 days of filming, so it was a brilliant relief because the rest of the film is quite like heavy, and then it was so nice and joyful to do that scene, but also very dizzying for 3 days to sort of be spinning. But it was fun, I really enjoyed it.
动作戏当然不止如此。
Is he a good kisser?
Yeah, you know, it's like kissing a brother to me because I've worked with him before and you know, we're very good friends, so, you know, it's a little strange.
How about the love scene? Who was more nervous, your tongue?
I don't know. I mean, Guillermo probably, actually. He hates love scenes. So he would much rather beat someone's head in and have blood and gore everywhere than film a love scene.
I think Tom could not wait to get naked in the movie. I think that he counted the days to get naked in the movie. And he was naked in 2 seconds. He was very happy.
Just one shot or two over?
No, we did only one shot, really. And I think it was important for me for that scene to be delicate, to not be just explicit. You know, he gets a little naked, but the girl is in control, you know. It's a very beautiful scene.
不只饰演心上人的米娅，饰演她姐姐的杰西卡·崔斯坦也有吃重演出。不过身高163的她，光是为了要和身高188的小汤汤演出连体婴的感觉，就吃足苦头。
And we know you must wear 4-inch playphones when doing the Huntsman with Chris Hemsworth. How about this one? You're in
7 inches.
Whoa.
This movie I wore 7-inch platforms because you know, my character Lucille's supposed to be physically, she's very present, and I'm a lot smaller than Tom, and I wanted to also almost look like a twin, you know, like to a double cherry. You know, sometimes you see 2 cherries on one stem. I wanted the characters to be very twin-like, and so I was doing whatever I could to try to look as close to him as I could.
Welcome, Edith.
Welcome.
不管看过电影了没，绝对都被腥红山庄强烈的视觉风格震慑住。熟悉导演吉勒摩的影迷也都知道，他的作品总是奇幻中带有童真，像是2006年的《杨楠的迷宫》，2013年的《环太平洋》，都看得出他独特的影像魅力。
And we know your daughter have some influence on your work, but this is your very first very sexual movie. And can they see the love scene?
Yes, they actually saw it. I mean, my wife and my daughters watched every day with me the movie, and my older daughter is 19, so she can see it. Yeah, and enjoyed it quite a bit. She thinks it's a very beautiful romantic mixture of scary and beautiful.
And we know you polish the script over a dozen times, and you will add some new pages every day. And what's the biggest difference from the first draft?
Everything. I mean, it's so funny you ask this, because about 3 days ago, by accident, I found the first draft. Yeah.
Really?
And I said, I'm gonna read it. It was print. And I started, and it has so many different things that I don't like, and I like the movie.
不知道是不是剧本改太多，就出现这样的状况。
You know, there's a scene in Lucille's bedroom where she kind of explains her past and history. And we did that scene twice because we shot it first, and it's like a long monologue. And then when we finished, I was really nervous, and Guillermo was like, we got it, that's it. And I could tell, oh good, we did something good. We were about to turn her over and get Mia's side, her coverage. And then Guillermo came over and goes, I made a mistake. We shot it as nighttime, and it has to be daytime. So we're like, no! And so we had to do the whole thing. They had to change the lights, and then we did the whole thing again. So that was probably the hardest night for me.
除了演员，这栋猩红山庄当然是要角。吉勒摩不但实景搭建，有些家具和布景更有大小不同的2种 size。要让主角呈现出渺小无助感时，就把它们放在大 size 的场景中，压迫感就油然而生。
Did you stay in it after shooting or at night?
I would have liked that. I always arrive 2 hours before anyone in the movie, and I leave a little later. So I stayed in the house alone many times. But I was not scared because I built it. There are no ghosts.
Did you take anything home
Many
to your
things.
treasure house?
I took the portrait of the mother. I took the robot, the little mechanical doll that eats the silver things. I got the machine that he shows how the machine works, and a couple of other things.
This is your home now.
There's a trick in that question, isn't there?